Alright, what's going on my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. So this is the moment that we've been waiting for. We finally have an official announcement from the devs about the Korean merger situation. Now, for those of you who have no idea what's going on, essentially what's happening is when the Korean version of the game merges into the English and French version, a lot of stuff gets reset for them. Their story mode resets, all their clears reset so they can go back and clear old Colosseums to get a bunch of gems. Their Chopper Man missions reset, their GARP challenges reset. Basically meaning that when they join the server, they'll have upwards of over 900 gems or something when they join. And obviously that sparked a big discussion in the community as to how poorly that the devs have been treating the global version of the game. So with that, we've been waiting some official announcement. We did get a bit of an announcement a couple of days ago saying, yes, we understand that there is a discrepancy between both player bases, and this is their official announcement regarding the compensation. So let's see what we have today and kind of discuss it, okay? So let's start from the top. This is from the official important notice board in the game, all official announcement right here. So, updated April 9th PST, thank you for playing One Piece Treasure Cruise. For the upcoming user merge with the Korean version in April 2021, we are aware of the users' concerns of opportunity difference between the current English-French version users and the merging Korean version users, which is exactly what I talked about. As for now, Korean version users will have the following gameplay history reset after the merge: the clear quest history, the clear main story history, and requests from Chopper Man progress. So that's a lot of rainbow gems that they're going to have access to, because they'll be able to complete all their missions that they have right now. So that's 200 gems of just for free from the Chopper Man missions. When they merge back over to the English and French version, those missions are reset, giving them an additional 200 rainbow gems. The quest history, so every piece of content in the game is classified as new, so that they can clear it again to get the free rainbow gem rewards. And that's for everything in the game, which is a lot of stuff. And considering there's Chopper Man missions and certain clear rewards for certain pieces of content, which can give you additional gems and rewards on top of that, it's very substantial. And then the main story is upwards of 200-300 gems from that as well. So obviously a lot of free stuff coming to the Korean players. Due to this reset, Korean version users will be able to challenge and obtain the clear completion rewards again, causing an opportunity difference between the users, which as we've already established. It says, further notice regarding our correspondence for this concern will be updated in the important notice. And then here we go here. After the many considerations we were faced with due to the following issues. Due to the nature of the data transfer from the Korean version, it is incapable of transferring the quest clear progress history, which is exactly what I thought it was going to be. So essentially, because of the way that they're transferring the Korean accounts to the English and French version, they can't just consider all of those quests cleared because it's a different server altogether. And I believe, I'm not 100% certain on how it works. Obviously, I'm not a back-end developer. I'm not a dev for One Piece Treasure Cruise or anything. But I assume that they have to make a different account for each player that's going to be transferred from Korea over to the English and French version, which is why we're going to see all those players getting those clear history things reset. That's the main reasoning. I think it would be that way, and they can't just go ahead and manually consider it all as being cleared already. I think that's probably what it is, but that's the reason why they can't change it for Korea. So Korea are getting these gems no matter what. And then it says, due to how the quest clear history is integrated, we cannot reset it. Okay, English, for the English and French version users quest clear history without causing further issues, excluding the request from Chopper Man progress. Yeah, so yeah, because of the way that it's programmed, I guess they can't reset it for the global side of things. So that would mean that they cannot reset story mode. They can't reset our clears. Even GARP missions, I feel like is an interesting one though. I feel like that could still have potentially been reset, because those are missions that are just reset every single month. Why can't they just reset it from that point onwards until the next cutoff point? They could definitely do that. I don't know why they don't do that. It's very, very weird. In order to compensate the opportunity differences despite these difficulties, and in response to the feedback that we have received from our community, which the community has been very vocal about, hashtag respectful global. Look, I know that some people have been kind of crazy, people have been review bombing the game, and I mean that's just outside of this as well because of the other recent global shafts, and I definitely I definitely agree with a lot of those things, but I mean, certain things in the community and certain aspects and certain discussions in the community that I've seen have been quite silly. But I think just in general, yeah, our community has been quite vocal about how badly we have been treated over the past few months, or even the past quarter of the year, or even the third of the year at this point. So I really do hope that, you know, compensation, and even just the game moving forward in general, is better managed and that our voices are being heard. That's the main thing. As long as that we're being heard and things are changing, and, you know, as long as things are happening, things are progressing, things are improving, that's all we really want. So we'll see what happens, right? Anyways, I digress. We have decided to conduct the following for the English and French users. So let's go ahead and have a look and see what compensation we get. So it says the distribution of 150 rainbow gems from April 13th to the start of the version update. Right, okay, that's actually very interesting. So you need to log in before the version update. So ensure April 13th in that like week period, because the maintenance is going to be starting I think on the 21st. Make sure to log in and get those 150 gems. Now, I know what people are going to say. People are going to say, oh, but Korea get, you know, upwards of like 900 gems and we only get 150 gems. Now, remember, this doesn't include the additional 50 that we will be receiving because of the merger in the first place. We do get those on top of this. So technically speaking, it's 200 rainbow gems. But there is an additional thing here that does say progress reset of request for Chopper Man missions, Rookie, Intermediate, and Master. Time of reset will be occurring after the maintenance period for version 10.2.1, which of course is going to be the merger of the Korean server to English and French version. So if you have not progressed at any point through those missions, the Rookie, Intermediate, or Master missions, get started on them, because it's very, very important, because you're missing out on a lot of free gems. Now, if you haven't done anything and you're only just starting right now, you pretty much can't get your 200 rainbow gems total from those missions, but you can get 150 of them if you're playing the game. If you start it right now, you can definitely get 150 gems from those missions, but I don't think you'll be able to reach the 200 if you are starting right now. Myself personally, I will be able to reach the 200 before this reset, because I have been progressively playing these missions, getting them done. It's a grind fest. It's not fun to do these missions, but at least what will happen is once this reset happens to get these Chopman missions reset, you won't have to rush through them this time around. I know some people are going to do it anyway, but you don't have to rush through them. There's going to be plenty of time before they reset once again. It's probably going to be like another 12 months or something. So that's something to look forward to, I guess, right? So if you look at it, right, if you have completed the Chopper Man missions, that's 200 gems. They get reset. That's an additional 200 gems. It's 200 gems also for the 150 they're giving away here, plus the 50 gems from merger. So you can total it out right now. So it'd be around 600 rainbow gems that we get access to for free, which is still pretty decent. And it says progress prior to the maintenance will be reset and users will start again. Party speed quest, merry-go requirement quest, and showdown buggy that are unlocked prior to the maintenance will be closed. Okay, so make sure to get all of those done. Very, very important. Additionally, as an appreciation for the cooperation and understanding over this matter, the following will be held for everyone, English, French, and Korean version users. And it mentions here that there is going to be a welcome Korean version Sugo Fest, 3 10+1 rare recruit. Last wanted poster of each 10+1 rare recruit. It will guarantee to be a Sugo Fest exclusive. So we get 3 free multis, where each multi at the end of that multi will give you a legend. So we get 3 free multis and 3 free legends. Okay, we don't know anything about this Sugo Fest. I doubt it's going to release a new character, honestly. But I think that would be awesome if they did that. If they did this, you know, Sugo Fest, and then they introduce a new character for like an English, French, Korean, like first release character, that would be epic as hell. Do I think they're going to do it? I mean, it would be nice, but I don't think they're going to do it at this point. We'll have to wait and see. All characters available as of the start of the version 10.2.1 maintenance will be appearing. So every legend's going to be available. Every rare recruit's going to be available. I wonder if they're going to include like limited rare recruits. So that'd be cool if they did that. If they included like legit every unit in the game, including like special time units, Kizuna units, support units. That'd be kind of crazy if they did that. Do I think they're going to do that? No, but it would just be interesting nonetheless. So we get like, so if you do calculate it, it's 600 gems, 3 free multis on this Sugo Fest, which we don't know what this Sugo Fest is about. Okay, and then the official maintenance period has been announced, so it's going to be April 21st at 1600 PST to April 23rd at 1900 PST time. So this is going to be like a 2-day maintenance. That is wild. That is a very, very wild amount of maintenance. I wonder, we'll probably get like a few gems because of the maintenance happening in the first place. We might get like 5 gems or something on top of that. Not really too sure. It does say for this Sugo Fest though, it'll be after the maintenance until May 31st for the Korean Welcome Korea Sugo Fest. I don't know why I'd be going for that long. That's pretty crazy actually. So, I mean, I don't know how I feel about that. Again, we don't know anything about the Sugo Fest, but it's very, very weird. The English, French, and Korean versions all get access to this, by the way. So all players will get access to the 3 multis for free. It's not just English, French. Korean players will also get access to this. So that's that. And that's it. That's the full announcement that we have right now. So a lot of people are going to ask, do you think the compensation is worth it? Honestly speaking, I think it's pretty close. I know some people say, oh yeah, but they've still got, you know, all those extra gems that we don't have. I mean, I get it, but at this point, I did not think that, you know, that we're going to even acknowledge this in the first place. And the fact that they did acknowledge it just made me think, you know, even if we do get some sort of compensation, I wasn't expecting it to be a significant compensation in the first place. So the fact that we are getting 150 gems, plus 50 is 200, we get the missions reset, we get 3 free multis. Like, yeah, it's definitely not what Korea gets, but I don't think it's awful either. Now, I definitely understand that people are going to complain nonetheless. And I'm definitely interested to see what you guys think as well about the compensation altogether. I just think what I would have preferred on top of this would be if they were able to reset story mode. I know that they just mentioned in this post that that was not possible, but if they were able to do that, that would be like, honestly, I'd be content with that. I'd be extremely content if they did this plus story mode reset. That would be fine. I mean, even Garp challenge reset, because that shouldn't be a very difficult thing to do, because I mean, they reset it every single month. I don't think that should be a problem. Even that on top of it would have been nice, but I don't think it's the best compensation ever, but it's definitely a lot more than what I was anticipating. That is for damn sure. I do actually have some other screenshots I want to show to you guys as well. So this is from Godot on the One Piece Treasure Cruise subreddit Discord. Shout out to him. So he made this post saying that if you're currently doing the missions right now, I know a lot of people are going to rush to get those missions done. If you are on the 400 point archive recollection point mission on the Chopman missions by April 10th at 4 AM PST, it means that you will be able to 100% the master mission. So those are only really for people that are actually on the master missions. If you are on the master missions and your recollection point mission is on 400 points, by April 10th, you should be able to do it, which is good, of course. So that's nice to know. And then obviously this is just a post by Kubio, also on the subreddit Discord, just giving you kind of like a rundown as to what we get. So the 150 gems plus 50, 400 gems total from reset and current Chopper Man missions, 3 free multis, and about the maintenance. So that's just kind of a quick rundown in terms of what we're getting for the compensation. I did make a tweet about this as well. I should go ahead and refresh this. I just want to go ahead and see what my Twitter followers said about this post in general. I'm very, very interested. So they reset the clears like Colo raids, etc., but no story mode. No, well, for global specifically, they didn't reset anything. Nothing is getting reset aside from Chopper Man missions. All right, Carissa says Korea gets 1,000 free gems and 3 multis as well. Yeah, well, they do. Should have started on Korea. I mean, I don't know how I feel about that. Look, I've already given my 2 cents about what I think about the compensation. It's definitely not as good as what I think it should have been, but it's nowhere near as bad as what I thought it was going to be. Honestly, I was just expecting, oh, here's 50 free gems on top of your other 50 gems, and we'll call it a day. That's honestly what I was expecting. But the fact that we get 150, plus we do get Chopman reset, which I guess isn't that hard of a thing for them to do, because, I mean, everyone's going to get access to that, so it is what it is. The 3 free multis on that random Sugo Fest, it's probably going to be, like, really, really bad. I mean, you get a free legend or whatever, but for people that already have all the legends, like someone, it's going to be, like, just a complete waste. Like, I would much rather those 3 free multis be given an additional 150 rainbow gems. Honestly, I think everyone would be in that same boat. I would much rather him just give us 150 gems rather than give us 3 free multis, man. Would have been a lot better. Either way, so I only have 4 days to get 2 times rewards from the Chopman missions, and we have a TM soon. No, thank you. Definitely not grinding that hard for gems. I mean, understandably so. There's going to be people that are going to miss out, but then again, it's not actually that difficult to get through the beginner and the intermediate missions, which is still 100 gems, and those aren't time gated in any sense. So you can still go ahead and complete the beginner and the intermediate missions, get 100 gems. Well, yeah, you do miss out on 100 gems from the master missions. You can still go halfway through the master missions, get an additional 50 gems. You will miss out on 50 gems because there is time-gated missions with the recollection points, but even still, that's still really good. And then they'll get reset, and then you can do the 200 gem Chopman missions whenever you want. So if you haven't started your Chopman missions yet, definitely get onto that, because you're missing out on like upwards of 150 to 200 free rainbow gems. I would definitely suggest doing it, man. Definitely do it. This is a good offer, asking for how much more, and you're either acting entitled or pretending the merger is worse than it is for global. So yeah, this is definitely someone who's thinking in the other direction, and I definitely agree. Like, I think this is a pretty decent compensation. As I said, I don't think it's the best compensation they could have offered, just comparing the two versions together. And someone also pointed out this as well, like, imagine if like global players never mentioned anything, never brought it up or anything. They would have merged the Korean version together. No one would have said anything, and they probably wouldn't have even given out this information. And the thing is, they would have been planning this for quite a while, right? They probably would have known that this was the case, and they never did anything about it. So in my head, like in my head canon, they were just trying to like, you know, sweep it under the rug and make sure that like no global players noticed. But once it was found out, dude, global players were not going to let up about that. So at the same time, it does feel like they were trying to sweep it under the rug and not tell the global players about it. But once we found out, dude, we want our compensation, because they can't just give one side of the player base everything. Like, upwards of nearly 1,000 gems, dude. Like, I mean, I don't think acting entitled is the right word, but I think a lot of people are still going to be upset about this compensation for sure. We got Dominic here that says, at least much better than before. I'm happy with that. Yeah, so that's good. Yeah, exactly. The compensation's not awful. Better to a degree, but still a kick in the teeth and get spit on after the fact. I mean, I don't think it's that bad, man. It's still shit. We're still the Bezos in this situation, at least making the 10+1 pool only have recent legends. That would have been nice if it was a really good Sugo Fest, but from what the reports say, it does sound like it's going to have everything in the game, which is a little upsetting. We're still getting so much less free gems. Well, yeah, that's a valid point, but it is what it is. I don't think they could just give us 1,000 gems for free, because remember, Korean players still need to farm that, and also not every Korean player has cleared everything in the game. So there's only going to be a very minute amount of players that are actually going to have access to all of those gems. I'd say a large majority of those players won't even get that many gems from the actual event, and that's probably what they're trying to balance out. That's the way that I see it too. So we even get less respect, 100, 200 from Chopper versus 1,000. Well, again, those numbers are a little bit off. I don't agree with this tweet. I think he's trying to make the numbers look more in his argument's favor. This is definitely incorrect. And we don't have an exact value for the amount of gems that they get. It's upwards of around 900 to 1,000, I think. So anyways, can you make a full video on this? Well, that's exactly what this is for. All the Chopman missions reset. I'm almost done with the master. Maybe I should finish. Yes, definitely get it finished, because you get 50 free gems for it. Still hurts. It does. I thought only global would be getting the 3 free multis, but Korea gets it too. Yes, the Korean version does get it. Still no quality. So it was the 150 gems for free pools for everyone, because that definitely makes up for it. The 150 free gems mentioned is only for us, because you have to log in prior to the maintenance period to get it. So it is for only us, of course. Now, Toad, we hope for a proper event management since they have more resources focused on global. I hope so. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, hopefully, now that this merger will be completed, that we get proper treatment and the events are better managed. Maybe that's the reason we never had like a full campaign event for the Kainu versus Big Mom event. Maybe they just ran out of time. I don't know. I really don't know. I just hope that moving forward, we can improve and get better. I really, really do. Where are the other 650 gems? Yeah, I mean, people are going to say that, like, just... I really don't like those messages. People say, oh, but what about the other gems? Like, bro, they can't just upwards of just give us those gems, right? I mean, as I said, I don't think every Korean player is going to have access to 900 gems, because not every Korean player has completed the missions. Not every Korean player has cleared everything before, you know? That's just the way that I see it. But, I mean, let me know down below in the comment section, guys. This is going to be a talking point for many, many months, I feel. So I'm very interested to see what you guys think about this. I've given my thoughts and opinions on it. As I said, I don't think it's the worst compensation that we could have gotten, but it's nowhere near the best. I think they could have done 1 or 2 extra things to put the little icing on the cake. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely think it's a lot more. It was definitely a lot more than what I was anticipating. That's for damn sure. But Let me know your thoughts and opinions about this, guys. This is going to be a very, very big topic in the community over the next couple of weeks. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video today, and if you guys did, make sure to hit the like button, and if you want to stay up to date with all the content that I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But on that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.